Hello everyone, welcome to Steve's Hangar Part 7. Today I'm going to be showcasing the Avro Lancaster. As you can see, the graphics aren't great on this. It is a freeware off the internet. I do have another one which is a bit better graphics, however I always feel that the aircraft isn't flying in a straight line. This one always seems to be flying a bit more straighter and truer. So I'm going with this one even though it's not as good graphics. The Avro Lancaster is a 4-engined World War II heavy bomber. It was the successor to the Avro Manchester, and the Lancaster is the predecessor to the Avro Lincoln. It was designed by Roy Chadwick. It's powered by the Rolls-Royce Merlin V12 engine, and each engine has 1,280 horsepower. It has a crew of 7. Pilot, flight engineer, navigator, bomb aimer / nose gunner, wireless operator, mid-upper gunner and rear gunner. The most dangerous seat of all was actually the rear gunner, because normally the German fighters would come from behind, and the gunner would be the first one to get killed. It has a maximum speed of 282 mile an hour, which is 246 knots, and it has a cruising speed of 200 mile an hour, which is 174 knots. Due to the low speed of the cruise speed, it has a range of 2,530 miles. It has a service ceiling of 21,400 feet, and it's now armed with 2.303 Browning Mark II machine guns in the nose. It has 2 Mark II Browning 303s in the mid-upper gunner, and the rear tail gunner has 4 of your .303 Browning Mark II machine guns. It has a maximum bomb load of 14,000 pounds, which is 6,400 kilograms. That is under normal single bombs, or it can carry the 22,000 pounder 10,000 kilograms Grand Slam bomb. However, it does need modifications in the bomb bay, and it's also capable of carrying Barnes-Wallis's bouncing bomb, which was used during the Dambusters raid. The Lancaster was also used to bomb the Turbits while the German battleship was based in Norway, and it was a threat to the convoys coming over from the US with supplies and whatnot. So Winston Churchill and the head of RAF decided it was paramount that the Tirpitz was taken out of action, so they used Avro Lancasters to fly to Norway and bomb it. And the first ever squadron to take the controls of the Lancaster for missions was number 44 Squadron based at RAF Waddington. I'm not going to do anything special with this today. I'm literally just going to do a circuit and land. As you can see, we've got the other Battle of Britain Memorial flight in the background there. The Avro Lancaster is also a member of the Battle of Britain Memorial flight, along with the Dakota, the Spitfires and the Hurricanes. So as you can see, our bomb bay doors are currently open. We're going to go ahead and get the engine started. Shut the bomb bay doors, there we go. Okay, so that's all 4 engines started, so we're going to go ahead and taxi out to the runway. As you can see, there are multiple views. Got the cockpit there, got the rear gunner, There we go. Don't think there's any greater sound than the sound of the 4 Rolls-Royce Merlin engines. Such a majestic aircraft. So doing currently doing 180 mile an hour at 1400 feet. It's such an easy aircraft to fly. I'm hoping it'll be as easy to land. back the engines. I'm hopefully going to do a nice, easy, slow approach. Fingers crossed. Way past the piano keys. Do you know what, I'm actually quite proud of that landing. That wasn't a bad landing for me at all. Okay, what I'm going to do, because it's the Avro Lancaster, it's the most iconic World War II heavy bomber in the world. I forgot to mention during that flight that there are actually only 2 flying Lancasters in the world. We have one based at RAF Coningsby as part of the Battle of Britain Memorial flight, and we have one based in Canada, also known as Vera, that does, I believe, take passengers. You pay a hefty amount of money and it takes you up in the air. We also have one that does taxi runs. That's based in East Kirkby in Lincolnshire. I think it's about £320, and it does a taxi run. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the CIA authority to take off, so it is purely a taxi run. So it sort of starts off at the end of a grass runway, gives it full throttle, gets up to a bit of speed and then backs off, does a figure of 8 and then comes back into the parking. However, you can get very close to it. You get to hear the roar of the 4 Merlin engines at full chat. I think it was back in 2012, Vera actually came over from Canada and met up with the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight Lancaster based at RAF Coningsby. Luckily I was around to witness that, and it was an awesome sight to hear 8 Rolls-Royce Merlin engines coming roaring over your head. It was an awesome sight. If you get the chance, YouTube it. You will not be disappointed. Just going to taxi it around and sit it next to that other Lancaster, just for nostalgia. Okay, well that's your bit. And that concludes our flight with the Avro Lancaster. Thank you for watching.